Hey guys, how are you? I'm just so happy to be doing this last video of 2020 with you, and let's check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Soul Talk with Priya. This is a channel where I speak about our lives together, how we come out from a life of limitations and hurdles and limitations in the sense that we limit ourselves, not knowing that the human beings, as human beings, we have so much of power within ourselves, but we're limited because of what maybe the society has been telling us about, that we shouldn't be able to do certain things that we wish. But that's not true. When you try to do something for which you don't have skills, for example, you can always learn the skills and do it. So this is the life of limitations which I'm talking about, where you can come out of it and let it take you through a life of abundance. So 2020, to be honest, it's been extremely gratifying for me. I know this is going to not resonate with many of you out there. Gratifying because it made me go deeper within myself. It made me think of every aspect of my life, whether it was physical, whether it was professional, whether it was personal. The pandemic, when it was declared back in March 2020, and we were all locked in our house. I was not locked in my house, I was more locked into my head. I thought I could stay alone all my life. I thought I liked that freedom of being myself and doing whatever I wanted. And I had so much of freedom. But when you actually could not move out of your house, when you could not move from your residence, that was something which was imposed. It was no longer a freedom that I thought I had. Finally, I realized that to be able to release myself from that pain which I was feeling at the time of being so much onto my own, I went deeper into myself. I went deeper into looking at every aspect of my life, most specifically at those parts which many of us, we do not want to look at. Maybe for you it can be in your career, for some it can be in their home, in their relationship. Me, it was looking deeper within myself for all the spiritual questions that I had. My quest in this life has been and is always looking deep inside, learning through the different relationships, issues that I had. So that proved to be quite challenging, I must say. The first challenge I faced was to look at the relationship that I had with myself, the relationship I had with my way of thinking, the relationship I had with my thoughts, my mind, my body, my soul. Because most of the time we do not question the way we are. We just take it as, okay, I'm like that, I'm like this. I have a bossy attitude, I have a calm attitude, I am better than this one. or he is better than me. We don't really ponder on how to better ourselves on a deeper level. So that first challenge was to go and see my kind of thoughts that I was having before the pandemic, since we were having so much time to think of ourselves. So I realized that I didn't love myself so much. Now that was a revelation, because I really thought I loved myself. I loved being on my own, and I loved the Priya whom I believe I was. At the end of the day, I didn't like that person. And more specifically, it was finding out who she was deep inside. I used to say, I am a soul. But that was when I really realized how much of a soul I really was, and everybody for that matter, how much of a light being we are, how much of divine aspect that we are. And second was the relationship that I had with food, and still having issues with food. I came to know that the reason why I didn't like eating food or preparing food was something which my mom was doing. She was always in the kitchen when I was growing up. She was preparing food for everyone from morning till night. I felt that this is a life that I didn't want. I don't want to be so much into the kitchen. I don't want to be there preparing food for anyone. And that came to be detrimental for my health. So, being alone and locked inside, I had to take care of my food. I overcame it to a certain point, because I'm still not eating the way I should be. So you guys don't listen to me in that side. So having said that, if you have any tips for me how to fall in love back with food, do feel free to send me a message. Now, the third thing which I felt that I had to go through was forgiving myself for things that I had to understand that maybe somewhere I was at fault in some of my relationships with my mother, with my brother, with everyone around me who was important at one point. And I did that meditation on forgiveness for myself first. I believe if you cannot forgive yourself for things that you might have done or might not have done, but which has ended up in having a situation where it has made your relationship sour, then the first thing to do is to forgive yourself. And of course, forgiving the other person. It doesn't matter if anyone else asks for forgiveness. The main thing is that you understood and you want to move on. So I did the forgiveness for myself and for everyone with whom I maybe had something against, or they had something against me. And finally, what I realized was I had so much of gratitude for what God had given me. And that's why 2020 is a blessing for me. Despite being in the hotel industry, as everybody knows, that being in the hotel industry is a very hard challenge. Everybody is not sure whether they will have a job next year, 2021, how it's going to be, etc. But my faith got deeper, and I could understand that if ever something like that happened to me, then surely there must be a reason behind. The insecurity just flew away. My faith got deepened. 2020 is a year which, even if you want to forget, you will not be able to forget. I have my blessings from the Almighty, and I know that each one of us will have their own opinion about how it went for them. My message at the end of this year is to go deep within yourself and find out at the core of your being what it meant. Did 2020 bring back your family to you? Did it take away things which were not anymore for you? But this, I wish you a very happy new year. I hope that next year we are going to be together more. I would love to hear your stories. If you can share it in the comments below. And while going away, I'm so happy to be telling you a new section is coming over in January. I'll let it be a surprise. Take care of yourself and be happy always. Love you.